Welcome to this explainer. Okay, if you're planning a trip to Dhaka, Bangladesh, you are staring down one of the most crucial decisions of your entire journey. Where are you going to stay, right? Today, we're breaking down everything you need to know to find the absolute best value accommodation. And we're going way beyond just that basic nightly rate to look at what actually saves you money and, honestly, preserves your sanity when you travel.
So, it's a simple question, but the answer might actually surprise you. Hotel or apartment, which is truly cheaper? We so often just default to hotels because, well, it's what we know. It's easy. You click a button, boom, you have a room. But I really want to challenge your assumptions today as we solve this little travel mystery. Which option do you honestly think saves you more money over time, especially when your stay stretches way beyond a quick weekend?
Okay, let's dive into this roadmap. First up, the Dhaka accommodation dilemma. Second, hotels versus serviced apartments. Third, we'll look at beware hidden hotel costs. Fourth, the Bashundhara R advantage. And finally, finding your perfect fit. Section 1. The Dhaka accommodation dilemma.
So, planning a trip to a bustling, dynamic city like Dhaka, it requires some real strategy. If you're just flying in for a quick meeting and zipping out the next day, a traditional hotel room, yeah, it works perfectly fine. It gives you a bed, a bathroom, and a TV. But what happens when that single night turns into a week or maybe even a whole month? Suddenly, living out of a suitcase, washing your laundry in the bathroom sink, and staring at those exact same four walls gets old incredibly fast. Not to mention the costs absolutely skyrocket.
Section 2. Hotels versus serviced apartments. Let's put these two head-to-head. A fully furnished serviced apartment is essentially this brilliant hybrid. It combines the residential comfort of an actual home with selected hotel-like services. So you aren't just getting a bed, you're getting a complete living space. We're talking furnished bedrooms, a dedicated living area, a fully equipped kitchen, plus the stuff you love from a premium hotel, like housekeeping, fast Wi-Fi, and top-notch security.
Now, what's really interesting here is the massive spatial contrast. With a standard hotel room, your sleeping space, your working space, and your dining space are all just crammed into one single square. You know the drill. You end up eating some overpriced room service club sandwich literally balanced on the edge of your bed. But with a serviced apartment, you get an expansive multi-room layout. You can actually close the bedroom door, relax on the sofa in the living room, or cook a real meal in the kitchen. The psychological relief of having distinct rooms during a long trip, it literally cannot be overstated. Let's look at the hard numbers. On a daily basis, the costs are pretty moderate and comparable for both. But watch what happens when we scale to a weekly or monthly cost. The serviced apartment becomes significantly lower, way more economical, while that hotel bill becomes astronomically expensive. So what's the secret? It's that bottom row right there, kitchen and laundry. Having access to these facilities completely rewrites the financial math of your entire trip.
Section 3. Beware hidden hotel costs. Here's the thing. When you book a hotel, that attractive daily rate is really just the tip of the iceberg. The real cost sneaks up on you. Think about it. You have to eat out at a restaurant for every single meal. Then there are those infamous hotel laundry charges where washing a single pair of socks can somehow cost more than just buying a new pair. Add in additional guest fees, those crazy room service convenience markups, and higher rates during peak seasons. If you're staying several weeks, these little extras will absolutely drain your travel budget dry.
Our sources spell it out perfectly with this insight. For travelers staying more than a week, serviced apartments generally offer better financial value because guests can prepare their own meals and reduce laundry expenses. It's really that simple. The ability to just buy your own groceries and wash your own clothes completely neutralizes those hidden budget-draining hotel fees we just talked about.
Section 4. The Bashundhara R advantage. So, if serviced apartments make the most financial sense, where exactly should you look? Well, the Bashundhara residential area, or Bashundhara R, has rapidly emerged as the ultimate antidote to the stressful hotel experience in Dhaka. First off, it offers a prime location. You get incredibly easy access to major business districts, top-tier hospitals, shopping centers, and the airport. Second, it provides a peaceful, secure residential environment, miles away from those chaotic commercial zones. And third, it delivers a much better living experience with a true neighborhood atmosphere. It actually feels like a home rather than a temporary transit stop.
Section 5. Finding your perfect fit.
Let's move to this and see how it builds. Who benefits the absolute most from this setup? First up, business travelers. If you are on an extended corporate assignment, a serviced apartment is a total game changer. You secure lower accommodation costs for your company, plus you get a comfortable, dedicated working environment.
You can set up at a real desk rather than balancing a laptop on your knees for a super awkward Zoom meeting. Next, families. Look, anyone who has ever tried to cram a family into a single hotel room knows it is a complete recipe for disaster. Serviced apartments give you much larger living spaces, separate rooms, and crucially, full kitchen facilities. The ability to just cook your kids' favorite meals instead of wrangling them at a restaurant 3 times a day significantly reduces your daily food expenses and makes the whole trip vastly more manageable. Then we have medical travelers. For patients and their accompanying family members visiting Dhaka for treatment, finding practical, long-term accommodation close to major hospitals is vital, and the home-like comfort, privacy, and ability to just rest in a quiet environment are absolutely essential for a smooth recovery process.
Finally, expatriates. If you are temporarily relocating to Bangladesh, living in a hotel feels far too transient. Expats heavily favor serviced apartments in Bashundhara R because they offer the flexibility, safety, and comfort of a true home-like environment from the very second you drop your bags. So the crucial point is really summed up beautifully by this takeaway from our sources. When evaluating accommodation costs, travelers should consider not only the room rate, but also the overall living expenses, comfort level, and long-term value. It is all about looking at the big picture. A cheap daily rate means absolutely nothing if you end up spending a fortune on food and laundry and lose your peace of mind in the process. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this provocative final thought. Are you paying for just a room or for a lifestyle? When you're planning your next stay in Dhaka, don't just calculate the nightly rate. Calculate the true cost of your comfort, your meals, your space, and your peace of mind. If you are ready to secure the absolute smartest, most cost-effective accommodation for your trip, the choice is clear. Let Reat Limited find your perfect, fully furnished, serviced apartment right in the heart of Bashundhara RA. Just give them a call directly at +880-1711 993377 or visit their website at hotels.com.bd. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and hey, here's to safe, smart, and incredibly comfortable travels.